right there, please.
On your right side, right side.
Look at him first. Look at him.
Long, pretty hair.
Hey. And everybody straight ahead.
There you go, Finn. That's mouse.
Weird and different, and not only stands for it, but celebrates it. And
He's most excited on this version.
Right here, straight ahead, straight ahead.
yeah, I mean, putting aside the obvious, I have small kids, and I knew that they would love this film. Aside from that, I love the message that this family, what they stand for and have for since the 60s. And I think there's something so timely about telling this story right now with everything that's going on. Not to make this like, it's a really funny movie and all of that, but it grabs you in a deeper place, and there's something really beautiful about its messaging, that being weird and different is okay. It's actually great. Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, I can't think of any other time to release this. The Addams Family is just all about this month, about this holiday. So the weirder, the kookier, the scarier. So why not? It's perfect. It was the first film with Angelica Houston, yeah, and I was just blown away by her and the whole thing and the world. And then I've just, over the years, I've seen episodes of the show and things like that, and I've just always found it just ticked.
I mean, I think I started watching the TV show when I was really a young kid, and then the 90s movies were so iconic for so many people, and so the opportunity came up, and to be a part of such a kind of iconic a story that has really lasted the test of time is pretty amazing. You know, I think it's a combination of they're really outsiders, but they also really love each other and stick together, and I think that a lot of families can relate to that. They kind of, give each other the business every once in a while, but ultimately they're a really loving family, and they're not embarrassed or ashamed of who they are. They are who they are, and they embrace it. I mean, if you're going to dress up for Halloween, the Addams Family are dressing up like every day's Halloween, and it's just it's kind of scary and dark, but also fun and light, and it's kind of everything. I'd love to see some people dress up as Uncle Fester.
Oh my God, so many reasons. I think first and foremost, just the way that it's set. You have a house that's fighting back. You have all the ghosts and the ghouls and the ghastly things happening. But most importantly, this movie, I think Halloween's about family and being together and being unique and weird and strange. And this is about being as weird as you can be and being supported in that endeavor. And I think right now in the world that we're living in, we all need to be supporting each other for our differences. Probably my earliest memory was seeing the movie in the 90s. That was probably my first memory. And then I got to watch the reruns of the TV show. But being able to have this movie and all the characters be Charles Addams' original idea and his look of what he created as the Addams Family, and not any other new interpretations, I think that's really, really special to see, especially in the new modern technology where we can create animation in this way and do 3D animation. I think that's really exciting. I've always wanted to play Wednesday Addams, and to be able to do it in a role in this movie with this amazing cast and have Charlize as Morticia, my mom, I mean, there's really not else that I could wish for in the world, so I feel really, really happy.
Well, I think we had Addams Family Values on VHS, and I used to watch that a lot with my older brother. And I think, it's such a it's such a classic franchise, so it was an honor to do it and be asked to do it. It's really cool because it kind of has everything. It's a little spooky, but also you can watch it with your.
Oh my gosh, well, because it's a classic. I mean, it's an American classic that everyone knows about, whether you're 60 or 6. And I think that it's the perfect time to bring it back to life. Everyone has a family, whether you get along with them or not. And I think that what makes this family so unique is that they're different, they're cool, and they have each other's back. So what I love about this family is we might be different, but you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us, and I feel like that's such a universal thing. And they are spooky. I mean, Morticia puts her eyeshadow on with her parents' ashes, and then puts on her earrings by stapling her ears. So what's more Halloween than that? I'm so honored to be in a movie with Oscar winners and A-listers like Charlize Theron and Oscar Isaac and Chloë Moretz and Migos and Christina Aguilera and Karol G. And I'm really flattered because I actually improvised a little Spanish and they left it in the movie, which I have a lot of pride of. And once they cast me, they made her Latina. So to be, to be the only Latina in a huge franchise, I'm very proud. It's like a small victory, but I'm really excited to be in such amazing company. I'm going to try to not geek out when I see Charlize and when I see Karol G. I'll be like, remain calm, remain calm.
I'm a fan of the Addams Family as a kid, and when they reached out to me and asked me to be a part of it, I was like, I can't say no because I love the show so much as a kid. So to be a part of an animated version and to play Cousin It, family. It's family orientated, and it's a depiction of what we actually do as a family and the way we live. It just happens to be the Addams Family, but it could be anybody's family that's exact diverse as the Addams Family is. I mean, you know the way I talk, the way I move and do what I do. So Cousin It would definitely not be what you're used to. He'll have a little.
I think around Halloween, a lot of the creepier stuff starts coming out, and I think this is a great film and just, franchise, I suppose, for the younger audience especially, and people who love the spooky aesthetic but don't want to get scared. And, I think despite all the spookiness, it has great, family values, gotcha, that kind of transcend time. Yeah, I think no matter how far apart they get and whatever conflicts they have and however spooky they are, they always end up coming back together and finding that love with each other. And I think that's really special, and we don't see in a lot of non-traditional family dynamics, which I think is definitely the Addams. Yeah, my first one was probably with Addams Family Values, which I used to watch on repeat over and over as a child. I have distinct memories of staying up at night, just hitting the VCR or whatever over and over just to watch it. So I love them a lot, if you can't tell.
At the first place, I'm super happy because I always dreamed to have a song in a really big movie. And I grew up watching the Addams Family. In Spanish we say the Locos Addams. And I was really crazy about the idea. Then they told me that Migos jump on it, then that Snoop jump on it, and Karol G had that opportunity to put the Spanish part, the Latin part. So I feel big. I feel really big. You know what? Because I think that family or some of the characters represent me, and that's really important for me. There is a girl, Wednesday, and she has a strong personality, and she defends what she is. And I think I try to do that every day, and I want to people know that the Addams Family has that message. That you have to support your family, you have to be happy of what you do or what you are. So I love that part, and I say that's the biggest opportunity for me. It's a song that I love, it's a movie that I love, there are the cartoons that I love that represent.
At the beginning when I first started out, I was like, do we need another Addams Family? But because there's been so many really great ones. But the more we started to break the story and the more we saw the designs coming to life, I was like, a whole new generation deserves to know this family and be introduced to their own version of it. So it's been 20 years, so it's actually almost 30. So I think it's time.
What is it?
I think the telling of this story that is really great is not only that is it like a strange family, but behind closed doors you realize are very loving and respectful of each other, something that all families could aspire to, but also that it's an immigrant story. that the Addamses come from another country and they move here to chase their dreams like so many others have. So I think those things are really, really special about it. Well, if you take a look at the Addams family, you pretty much know that Halloween is probably their Christmas. You know, it's something that they absolutely love. You know, they look like that 24/7. So I think it's a good time of year for them to come out.
It honestly is an honor to be able to do this, something that I've loved since I was a kid, who's been embraced by so many generations, and now we're doing it again. And I hope that everyone will feel that we've done them proud. Very, very excited about the movie.
What is it?
I think what's enduring about the Addams family is that they have ultimately the same sort of dynamics and issues that all families have. They love each other, you know, they have problems, they have misunderstandings, and that they do it in a way that, you know, is so unique. And in some way we all feel like we're a little different, you know, and they certainly embrace that. Well, the Addams family love everything that's kind of dark and macabre, right? And they love everything that's spooky and everything that's a little weird, and that's kind of the fun of Halloween. So they're celebrating
You know, this is the ultimate Halloween family. They look like they're in costume, but they're not. I think what's incredible about the message of the film is about togetherness, and it's a story of inclusion. I think for our time, it's an amazing example of how this theme resonates generation after generation.
Yeah, generation.
It is really amazing. It has an incredible nostalgia to it for those of us who remember it from way back when. And it's so inviting for kids. And it's so fun and thrilling for them. I've seen kids in the audience on this, and they just love this movie. And I think going back to the original Charles Addams drawings, which is what we've done with the artwork in this movie, has been amazing.
Hey, stay with me for more on animation. Now, the movie Ants was rushed in production by DreamWorks, and they released it 1 month before Disney Pixar's A Bug's Life. Now, the move was the result of a bitter feud between executives at Disney Pixar and DreamWorks Animation. Now, which one did you like the best? Now, do you like my t-shirt? You can get one too. The link is in the description.